What's up, guys? Welcome back to a Macro Monday. Today is a very, very exciting day because we're going to talk about the number one most bullish indicator for Bitcoin and crypto of the entire year. And it's actually something that resonates with me very, 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 very personally, since this is the reason that I was so fully committed to Bitcoin back in 2013. It's literally demonstrating today in multiple countries across the planet why Bitcoin is here to stay, why it's going to be something that everybody uses, and why it is proof that this industry is going to be here forever, that Bitcoin will become a world reserve currency. And let's get into it, guys. First of all, I want to welcome everyone to the stream. We got Anders, Ken, Bidmoon, Tejeri, Jose Antonio Reyes Calderon. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream, guys. It is Monday. Not a lot of people here. It's picking back up, guys. Welcome. So, first of all, let's get into the Bitcoin price. We look at the chart over here, and we can see that it is trying to recover. It is trying to recover, and I believe that Bitcoin and crypto really, really, really wants to go up. But we're just very, very uncertain right now. We see Germany stepping in to the picture to support Ukraine by donating money over there. And from what Putin said is, if anybody steps in the way, I don't know if this means that he will interpret Germany as supporting Ukraine. We will see. But this could be a sign of something that creates Putin to put Germany on his radar. And this is exactly what I was concerned about. If you haven't seen my video from before about a couple of videos ago, I'll post it in the description below after this, but it's basically talking about what I'm doing to prepare in case the war leaks outside of Ukraine. I believe that we're going to see a big, big correction, and I've been preparing for that. If you haven't seen my video on how I'm doing that and how I'm right now in the best position to take advantage of the market, no matter if it goes down tremendously or if it goes up from here, I'm prepared. If you haven't seen my video, make sure you go check it out because it's tons of information. Guys, if you're watching this, please make sure you smash the likes and share the video with everybody. It would mean a lot to me. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, the price, it's going kind of sideways. Is a lot of uncertainty right now. I don't expect dramatic moves up right now. I expect people to wait and see what happens. Other than that, let's go into the main topic of today, exactly why there's so much reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin right now. Let's check out this video from Senator Ted Cruz of America, and let's see what he has to say about the entire Canada trucker situation.
So we need to decentralize. We need to break it apart. It's one of the reasons why I am so bullish on crypto, on Bitcoin, because it is decentralized and not controllable. And let me give a fantastic example. So Justin Trudeau said, I don't like me some truckers, so we're going to seize your assets. So then the court went to try to seize the crypto that was being given to the truckers. And I don't know how many of y'all saw a letter that I actually want to read from. It's a letter from a company, Bitcoin company called Nunchuck. Here's part of the letter. Dear Ontario Superior Court of Justice, our software is free. We do not collect any user identification information beyond email addresses. We also do not hold any keys. Therefore, we cannot freeze our users' accounts. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We do not have the knowledge of, quote, the existence, nature, value, and location of our users' assets. This is by design. Please look up how self-custody and private keys work. When the Canadian dollar becomes worthless, we will be here to serve you too.
Okay, so that's hilarious, right? What he's saying about he's just educating everybody exactly what does it mean to have self custody, have your own keys, and the fact that you cannot revoke a transaction, you cannot stop somebody from sending a payment. It is abundantly clear, and this is exactly why I got to Bitcoin in 2013. This is exactly why I went so deeply down the rabbit hole, was when WikiLeaks was doing something that people didn't like. This is going to happen more and more and more, guys, as independent media, as channels like this, as people start to reveal more and more of the truth about the corruption in different governments and allowing people to have more power. Bitcoin and other methods of payment and support will be more prominent. We have seen now millions of dollars being sent to Canada to support the peaceful protests in Canada, even though Trudeau is trying to ban bank accounts. You can't ban a MetaMask wallet. You cannot ban self-custody of crypto. So now we saw Canada last week or the week before accepting money in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now we see millions and millions of dollars coming into Ukraine for support as well. Again, this is just another reason why we are incredibly bullish on everything that's going on in crypto. So not only that, but we see this is something that Bitcoin works in all ways, right? We even saw that North Korea was mining Bitcoin. We see that North Korea has a lot of Bitcoin. And while I do not support anything that North Korea is doing, in fact, I think it's a terrible country, it goes to show you that there's a use case for circumventing any types of sanctions, restrictions, anything like that. And so right now there's a lot of speculation that because severe sanctions are being imposed onto Russia, and they will continue to get worse and worse and worse. A lot of speculation about how Russia will start to probably accept cryptocurrency to continue to feed their economy. Now, with that being said, we've got Christine Lagarde from the Central Bank of Europe who realizes this is coming from Russia. They're going to start accepting crypto as a form of payments to get around the sanctions. Well, Christine Lagarde is saying we need to make regulations for this ASAP. And this is actually going to be a bullish thing for crypto because we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this for a long time. We've been waiting to get some type of clarity on the rules and regulations around cryptocurrency. They've just been kicking the can down the road and leaving people in the dark, not knowing what's allowed, what's not allowed in crypto. And so we are finally going to probably get some clarity on rules and regulations, which is, again, a bullish thing. Why is this bullish? This is bullish because right now institutions and things like that are sitting on the sideline wondering what they can and cannot do when it comes down to cryptocurrency and regulation until there's clarity. Once there's clarity, once rules are made, they say, okay, well, we know we can do this or we cannot do this, and it will allow them to start participating. Once this happens, we will see a massive, massive influx into the Bitcoin and crypto space. So this is why I am incredibly bullish right now. We just need clarity on what's happening with the situation in Ukraine and Russia. As soon as we know that this is de-escalated or that it's not going to leak outside of the Ukrainian borders, I expect massive, massive upward momentum. Again, in the video I mentioned earlier, I showed you what happened back in March 2020. After we had this huge announcement that COVID was becoming a pandemic around the globe, yes, we saw a massive, massive sell-off and a huge price correction, similar to what we saw 4 days ago when Russia invaded into Ukraine, a massive sell-off. And we saw a sell-off the week or two prior to that as people started to speculate what happened. But this is kind of the opposite of a buy the news, sell the rumor. This was a sell the news or sell the rumor, buy the news kind of situation. We saw the leading to it, price coming down, actual events taking place, and then we saw a huge bounce. And this is a very, very similar chart and pattern to what we saw in March 2020. When Bitcoin came down to $3,600, the next thing we saw was the eventual rise up to an all-time high. And if you've been watching my videos from the past few months, you know that I believe that we are coming into a massive super cycle with shorter bull and bear cycles in between. So again, this is just my theory, and I'm not sure if it's going to play out or not, but if it is, then we are kind of expecting to see some type of shift to bullish movements quite soon. Again, right now, we can't really see anything major until we see some type of clarification of what's going on in Ukraine. So that is the news for essentially a lot of governments and major news outlets marketing for our industry, marketing the use case of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This is super powerful. This is the most powerful form of advertising that we could ever ask for. Tremendously bullish. That's going to cover the government and Bitcoin news. Let's just go into a couple other macro news articles talking about, this one talks about Terra. So Terra, if you guys aren't aware, Terra is a layer one blockchain heavily focused on stable coins. And so recently, Terra had an investment of $1 billion from some massive VCs, including Jump Crypto, Three Arrows, Defiance, Republic, GSR, Tribe, and several others. Now, there has been some type of, we also saw about 10 days ago, some of the algorithmic stable coins losing their peg to $1. And Terra saw that, and so they said, well, we need to expand the use case of UST, which is like United States Terra, and this is the stable coin on Terra pegged to the dollar. So, and we also saw right after this news, we saw the price of Terra shoot from $50 all up to $79. So we also know that Tether is constantly in the news as a ticking time bomb. We know that in Tether, which I think is the third largest altcoin in the world, it has been, I don't remember the number right now, with $80 billion plus in a tremendous amount of, what is it, like tremendous amount of value. But we know that something like maybe only it's $80 billion current market cap, and we know that less than 3% of that is actually backed by dollars. The rest of it is backed by things that aren't quite liquid. So, so Terra has raised this money, and I expect to see the use of UST tremendously increase over time. Just another reason to be bullish on Terra. And again, as I talk about on this show time and time again, there's so much money pouring into the crypto space, and we haven't even seen it yet, because 2021 was the year that all these VCs raised literally billions and billions and billions of dollars to invest in the crypto space. And they've only started to deploy recently. So over the next couple years, and this is just going to increase, right? This is not going to stop. So even though we see bearish momentum in the markets, we see bullish behavior happening from crypto VCs. We even see traditional VCs like Sequoia, for example, who are getting way more into cryptocurrency. So I always consider this a bullish sign. Again, even though we've been seeing bearish momentum in the market, everything from a macro perspective screams bull in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So even though a lot of people are speculating that we are probably coming into a multi-year bear market, I don't think this is the case. Personally, I don't think this is the case. Again, if you go back to the video I talked about I shared really recently, I go into more depth and discussion about this. And if you watch my channel, you also know that I predict that I am talking about these this idea of microcycles, like 3-4 month cycles of bear and bull turnover. But if you zoom out, it will be it will always be up in the direction that we go. Hex, we all, if you're new to the space, you may or may not know about Bitconnect. Now, in 2000, I think it was 2017, this was a huge Ponzi scheme that became a meme in the crypto space. If you Carlos Matos, hilarious, actually, not so hilarious for people who lost all their money. But finally, we see that the U.S. is charging the head of Bitconnect for this massive Ponzi scheme, and I'm glad that they finally caught this person. And yeah, I mean, and then this is inevitable too, right? So eBay, so eBay obviously, and this is not just eBay. This is just one. Everybody soon enough is going to be taking Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on their platforms because you have to stay relevant, right? Anybody that's like under 30 years old prefers to use crypto versus traditional payment methods like credit card, or certainly more than like a Western Union or anything like that. But also merchants would prefer to take crypto as well, because we all know that credit cards take anywhere between 1.5% to sometimes American Express will charge up to 5% on transactions. If you're a vendor doing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, or whatever you're doing, even if you're a restaurant, that 1.5% to 5% makes a huge difference in your net revenue at the end of the year. And if you can accept payments in cryptocurrency, well, you're saving all of that money, adds to your bottom line. It's inevitable. So no surprise here that eBay will likely start accepting cryptocurrency soon. It's just bound to happen. But this is eBay. Massive, massive news. Let's see. So low, we're seeing lower low after lower low. Do you want to talk about that regarding bear market? Yeah. So like I said before, we see, yes, this has been what I've been saying is a bear market, and ever since like January or whatever. But this is in line with my theory of what I've been saying about shorter cycles, where in Q1 2021 bull market, Q2 bear market, Q3 bull, and then halfway or late into Q4 we saw bear market again, which is where we are now. But we're almost in March, right? So if I'm right, which we've seen from the past 3 cycles here, not what most people call cycles, because most people say we have 4-year cycles. But if you just look at the charts, what I've been saying is actually correct. And if this is true, with the only caveat being the situation that's happening right now in Europe, in my opinion, we should start to see some upward trajectory happening in the next, 2 weeks or so. Now, again, that's kind of hard to say just because of what's going on in Europe. Do you expect to see 100,000 Bitcoin this year? Hard to say. Could say hard to tell. Or you're honest, I can't read these comments or this thing. You could say too hard to tell. What? Okay, I don't know these notes. Okay, do I expect to see $100,000 Bitcoin this year? Yes, yeah, I do, because of all of this massive macro news. My opinion is that right now, with the way that stock markets are going, we're going to see intervention again from the Federal Reserve, and we're probably going to see, this is just wild speculation on my behalf, probably going to see the Fed reversing the decision to hike up interest rates. And even if they don't, this has already been priced in. We saw correction happen when the Fed announced this. So the Fed announced interest rates spike or increasing, quantitative tightening, and we saw the market correct. So even if this does happen, I don't expect to see any type of market corrections going down. It's already priced in. But a very bullish thing would be if the Fed steps in, because they don't want the stock market to collapse. The worst thing that could actually happen right now in the United States would be the stocks crashing. That would be horrible for the entire economy, for the optics, for Biden and his administration. And so My gut is telling me that there's going to be more money printing and a reversal. So I do expect to see $100,000 Bitcoin this year. I don't know when, but I definitely think that it's going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing that could happen is nuclear war, and at that time, I will not care about crypto. Yeah, if that happens, I think we're all screwed. Get to an area where a very neutral type of environment. It is scary, guys. I mean, it is scary. This is basically what Putin is threatening with anyone who intervenes, potentially seeing this kind of nuclear war. That would be the absolute worst thing in the world, and we would all have much bigger things to worry about than our portfolio. Is there any more? Let's see if there's any more questions. If not, guys, that's pretty much the news for today. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. I just want to make a quick one today to talk about this because I was really excited because it hit home with me. The fact that it is so important to have a decentralized, immutable, permissionless, open currency that we can all use, the entire world can use. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for the stream today. If you enjoyed this, please please share with your friends. It would mean a lot to me, and I will catch you on the next one. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Have a good day, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.